Hello students, I'm back again. Now in the previous video we have discussed about electric current, the circuits, about the batteries, and in this video we will solely concentrate on the effects of electric current. Now there are different effects of electric current. What are these? Electric current may have heating effect, electric current may have magnetic effect, and electric current may have chemical effect. First we will start with heating effect and then we will go to magnetic and chemical. So before going to heating effect, we should know the meaning of a term resistance. Now what does the term resistance means? See, when we have discussed about circuit, we know that we need a conducting wire to conduct electricity. Now the material with which we made these wires, they are known as conductors. Now what makes conductor and insulator different? Why we cannot have asked a question that why in the place of copper wire we cannot use rubber band? You all said that rubber band is an insulator, so electricity cannot pass through it. Now what makes it insulator and what makes copper wire a good conductor? So in order to answer this question, we should know the meaning of resistance. What is resistance, or you can say it electrical resistance. Now what is resistance? When electricity passes through any material, then it opposes the movement of the electricity. The degree to which it opposes is known as resistance. Now there is a formula, this you will study in higher classes. This is R denote resistance is equal to resistivity into the length and the area. Now why I am writing this? Because if we are concerned about a wire, and we know wire is a cylindrical thing, so what is now if I want to find out the area of this portion, then this is a circle, the area is pi r square. You all know that. So I can write it, L is the length by pi r square. Now why I am writing all this? Now this resistance of the wire depends on the length of the wire. From this formula you can understand R is directly proportional to L. Means if the length of the wire is more, then the resistance of that wire will be more. For example, if you take this much, like about 10 centimeter long copper wire and 20 centimeter long copper wire, then if I ask a question, which wire will have larger resistance? In that case, unit as the materials are same, so the resistivity, see this rho, this is a Greek word rho means resistivity. Now resistivity depends on the nature of the material. So as it is copper, so rho will be same. So in this case, see the length here is 10 centimeter, here 20 centimeter. So by this formula we know that resistivity is directly proportional to length. So this 20 centimeter wire will have a larger resistance. Now if I ask you a question, if this is a copper wire and this is another copper wire, which one will have a larger resistance? In this case, see, we know that resistance is indirectly proportional to the area. Means if the area increases, then resistance will decrease. Here it is indirectly proportional to the area. If area increases, then resistance will decrease. If area decreases, then resistance will increase. So in this way, you can see here, suppose if this is 1 centimeter, this will be around 3 centimeter radius. So wire A will have more resistance as the area will be less. So as the area of the wire is less, so it will have more resistance, and as the area of wire B is more, so it will have less resistance. So if I just summarize it, then the resistance of the material of a individual material depend on the length of the wire. If the length is more, resistance will increase. If length is less, then resistance will decrease. And it depends on the area. If area means if the wire is thick, then it will have less resistance, and if the wire is thin, then it will have more resistance. Let's begin with the devices which utilize the heating effect of current. Here you can see different pictures. It's like all the geysers, room heater, iron, electric kettle. Here the heating effect of electricity is used. Now again let us come to the word resistance. Now in order to understand the heating effect of current, we should know the term resistance properly. Now what happens is, if a material is a good conductor, that means it has less resistance. Like if I say that like copper or silver, it has a very less resistance. So current can easily pass through it. If current can easily pass through any material, then the heating effect will be less. Now if I give you one real life situation, suppose in the class you are near the door and 50 students are there, and you have to cross them and you have to go to your bench. Think this is one situation. In another situation, you think the class is empty and you will come from the door and you will directly sit in your place. Now in the first case, when 50 students are gathered near the door, so you have to push them, and now you have to remove them, or you have to tell them to give you some space. So there will be some frictional force, like there will be time will be consumed and heat energy will be liberated. In the same way, the materials through which electricity it opposes the electricity, so the resistance, due to resistance, heat is developed. Now as in case of materials which have high resistance, the heating effect of current is more. In case, you will see that in case of room heaters or iron, there are electric coil made up of metal. Nichrome is a metal having a very high resistance. Now this metal having very high resistance, when electricity passes through them, they generate enormous amount of heat and they become red hot, and then they liberate heat energy. So if you see in the diagram, when the switch of the room heater is switched on, then what happened? The coil inside. Coil means what? Whenever term coil is used, the metal wires are wrapped. They are wrapped in this manner. This is called coil. When electricity passes through it, then it becomes hot, and it becomes red hot, and it emits heat energy. Now see what happened. The room heater is connected to the plug with the help of a wire, insulated copper wire. But does the copper wire becomes red hot? No. Why? Because the resistance of copper wire is less in comparison to
nichrome wire, as nichrome has
very high resistance. So when electricity passes through it, it heats up the coil and it becomes red hot, and it emits the heat energy. This principle or this phenomena works in case of room heaters, in case of geysers, in case of electric kettle. In case of room heaters, you can see the electric coil, but in case of electric kettle or geyser, it is inside the device, so you are unable to see the coil. Now coming to the next one. Next one is electric bulb. Now electric bulb, this also act on the same principle of heating effect of electricity. Now if you see the picture of an electric bulb, you will see there is a filament. Can you see the filament? It is made up of tungsten wire. Now why tungsten? Because if you can think about the nichrome wire, in case of nichrome wire, it becomes red hot and it emits red light. But in case of nichrome wire, it becomes white hot, and so it emits a yellowish white light. In case of bulb, when you switch on the light, then this tungsten wire becomes hot. When electricity passes through it, it becomes white hot and it emits light. But in case of bulb, most of the energy is utilized in heating. Means most of the energy is invested in heating up. But we don't need heat energy here. What we need light energy. So bulb are not energy efficient. So in place of bulb, we use CFL or fluorescent bulbs or compact fluorescent lamps. If you see the fluorescent lamp, it is a white tube, it is coated with phosphor and inside there is mercury gas. When the fluorescent lamp is switched on, then what happened? Electricity passed through the mercury gas and that liberates invisible ultraviolet rays. Now these ultraviolet rays are absorbed by the phosphor and that emits white light. These are very energy efficient, but in order to buy those devices, it might be costly, but the life when you are using it, that is very energy efficient and that is clearly visible in the electric bills. So the tube lights like the fluorescent lights or the CFLs or the compact fluorescent lamps, they are very much energy efficient if we compare with the bulbs, because in case of bulb, the light means the electricity is mainly utilized for heating and less electricity is used for emitting light. Now coming to fuse. Now fuse is a device, it's a safety device which save all the costly electrical appliances if somehow the voltage of the current increases or if enormous amount of current enters into the system. Now what is the main function of it? It also utilizes the heating effect of current. What happens if you see the fuse? See, nowadays in your home it may be a fuse or a MCB. Now there's again another question to you all. You will tell me, at your home are you having fuse or MCB? I will discuss about fuse and MCB in details, but you will comment the answer in the comment section. Now in case of, if you see the picture of a fuse, what is a fuse? Fuse generally previously it was made up of porcelain and it has a holder and a fuse grip. Now in fuse grip there is a wire, a very thin wire, mainly tin plated copper wire. Now how much electricity is required? See, all the whatever if you touch any charger or any electrical appliances, the wires, it generally becomes a little bit hot. Now in order to sustain that, what happened, a very thin wire is placed inside the fuse, and if somehow a large amount of electricity enters into the system, then it has to pass through the fuse, and the fuse is made up of a thin wire that has a very low melting point. If the current is more than the stipulated current, then it gets melted and the whole circuit breaks. If the whole circuit breaks, then the current cannot pass through, the high voltage current cannot pass through the fuse and to your all the costly devices. It may be your LCD TV, refrigerators and AC. So fuse is a safety device which is used to keep our appliances safe during any electrical mishap. Now what happens nowadays, we are also using MCB, miniature circuit breaker. Now what happens, like if the fuse is broken, means what happened, the wire melts, then what we have to do, we have to take out the fuse, again we have to put the wire, again we have to place it, and again we have to put it back. But what happened in MCB, they do not work in the heating principle. What happened, it's like a switch, you can see in the picture, it's like a switch. What happens, whenever they assume it is high voltage current, automatically it switch off, it becomes off. Then what you can do, you can go there and simply switch it on, then again this normal electrical supply will flow over to all the connections in your home. So it is a easier version and you don't need to call an electrician while using it, and it can be reused again and again. It's simply like a switch. Nowadays in everyone's home you might have MCB, but previously there were fuse installed in your homes. But you have to answer me what you have at your home. Now last two things I want to discuss about the heating effect of current is overloading and short circuit. Now what is a short circuit? You will see that generally the wires at your homes, they are they are copper wire and they are insulated with a coating of plastic. They are insulated with a plastic coating. Now what happened, there is a one live wire and one neutral wire, and both are covered with plastic coating. If somehow the live wire touches the neutral wire, then a huge amount of electricity passes from there and it may cause fire or it may damage the electrical appliances. Next one is overloading. You can see in the picture, in a single socket, how many devices are installed. Now in this way, if from one socket multiple devices are installed, then there is an overloading, and that may also cause fire or it may also destroy the devices. So in this video we have only concentrated over the heating effect of current. In the next video we will discuss about the magnetic effect and the chemical effect of the current. Till then, bye.